Hi, this is Bryan Stevens, Director of Instruction at TPC Snoqualmie Ridge. Earlier, we did a video on ball position, and now this is a follow-up to discuss some of the other points that you want to see out of your setup position from the face-on perspective. So we talked about having the different widths of stance and also keeping the ball position constant relative to your left foot. Now, I've got my pitching wedge here, so I'm going to go with my narrower stance, which is 16 inches. Ball's at 8, so the ball is centered. One thing you want to see out of your irons is you want to see your hands slightly in front of the golf ball. And the easiest way to do that is to always have the club pointed up to the inside part of your left leg. Whether it's a 3-iron, a pitching wedge, 6-iron, it's going to be just right, and we'll go through the other clubs and you'll see how it's correct. So from here, I've got the shaft pointed towards the inside of my left leg. That puts my hands slightly in front of the ball. Okay? And also because of the narrower stance here, you're going to see that my body is fairly neutral. There isn't a whole lot of tilt like you would see out of a driver. So as the club gets longer, you're going to naturally get more and more and more and more tilt. And the reason for that is you want a shallower angle of attack. And by widening the stance, that's going to make it easier and easier and easier to get that tilt. So if you notice here on my pitching wedge, my spine is fairly neutral, and I'm pretty centered over the golf ball. Now let's move us back to a mid-iron. Okay. I'm going to move the right foot back a bit, still maintaining the shaft pointed towards the inside of my left leg. But because my right foot is wider, this is naturally creating more tilt in my shoulders. In fact, my sternum should be back behind my belt buckle. You never want to set your sternum in front of your belt buckle, and you don't want to have your shoulders level. They should be slightly angled up in the air. And then even more so, when I get to my 3-iron or 3 hybrid, now I've got my stance a little wider. Shaft is still pointed towards the inside of my left leg, and because I'm wider, I'm going to have even more tilt in my shoulders. My weight should be balanced on my right and my left foot. My knees should feel like they are in line with my ankles and my hips. I don't want to see your knees kicked inwards nor kicked outwards. You want to feel like you're in a very athletic position with your legs and knees. So let's go ahead and hit one here. Feet at the right spot, ball in the right position, shaft in the right place. Now we can go ahead and make a nice aggressive full swing. So work on those setup positions at home, and you'll be sure to start hitting better shots soon.